Welcome back, everyone. This is Arafellan playing Dungeon Breaker. Last time, as we were exploring the third layer of the ruins, things got a bit interesting because it seems that someone has been carting off the monster girls in the area, and with a little prodding from repeat antagonist Gail, the local monsters are blaming Alec, so there's a group of them that keep showing up and attacking. Meanwhile, off camera, I went and did some grinding in the earlier dungeons, gave Alec a few more skills, and also decided to pass along a skill. I've taught the multi-target healing spell to Antenna Mage, and I have her in the back now rather than here. And here's this monster again. This is the one that's been blaming Alec for the monster girls disappearing and has been attacking periodically. And is calling him a perverted monster tamer, which he does not like. Oh, where was it? First Blade. Yeah, Burst Blade is apparently at least partly magical because it works pretty well on Slimes. And the blue jelly is joining the party, so that's nice. And he runs off again. So if I finish exploring this area, there should eventually be a resolution to that. It's looking not quite symmetrical, but close. So I guess we'll start up this way. I'm sure there will eventually be a key that will unlock the door upstairs through the staircase in the middle here. But until we find that, we just have to keep exploring the area. Yeah, there's not much variety to the monsters here, which I think I mentioned before. And no monster girls at all. This looks like just a big nothing. Okay, so it's not really symmetrical, but there's similarly twisty passages on either side. And here's the monster again. Again, they're more of a nuisance than a real threat. The scene keeps repeating. And it looks like we only have one passage left to explore. A lot of doors, but not much actual content so far. And here this is again. Oh, that worked pretty well. Okay, 2 doors. This looks like it has less chance of going anywhere. And indeed, nothing there. So presumably there's something up this way. There's really nowhere else left to go at this point. And stairs. So there might be different monsters upstairs. Of course, this is still here. And this... Oh, we do have a new monster girl, the Leen. As you can see, she's rather impish. That's a life-draining spell. But one by herself is not really a threat. Let's go back out here. Here's the twin tail, the other remaining monster girl. So she has the twin ponytails and also twin foxtails. And did not offer to join the party, but that's our last two monster girls accounted for. Here we go. That's a Leen. So I believe we've seen everyone on the title screen at this point. This should connect back to the others. Yep. It's a fire sake. Probably functions as an explosive. Oh no, it increases break force gauge by 30. Which I guess is 30%. And this goes back downstairs. Okay, this middle section is kind of detached from the rest of the area, so I guess that makes sense. And finally, here's Dale. I'm guessing he's talking to the monster here because he's trying to say, look, don't attack from head on, go from behind or lay traps or something. Yeah, there's the monster, and it's saying basically, gonna bring divine punishment on this perverted monster tamer, you gotta go straight in his face. And Gail says, yeah, but you keep losing. I'm letting you my monster, so listen to me here. But yeah, I never said anything about borrowing anything. Alec speaks up, he's like, yo. Gail's annoyed at the impudence. Alec making a attacking yell noise. Gail making a getting hit noise. Stun Pollen's going, ow, what are you doing? Alec says, so you've hired this monster. You, Alec. Sorsha notes his eyes are scary. Yeah, over and over I'm being attacked by monsters and called a pervert. I'm going to blow you all away. And finally, we're fighting them and the Stun Pollen. Now let's just break force this up. Catman doesn't have a break force. Lizard Armor has Dragon Breath now, that apparently is fiery breath as hot as a dragon's on all enemies to do damage. But yeah, Alec's Ultimate Burst pretty much ended the battle already. And that'll finish him. And he's run away as fast as usual. But at least that'll clear things up. She thinks it's amusing that he was taking this so personally. And Celsia agrees, we were just teasing you. Yep, Karen's saying he's still cute. Anyway, says you should have said so sooner. This is asking about a misunderstanding. Thing. Have I been doing things I shouldn't have been doing here? That's right, it's a misunderstanding. There's nothing to what you were saying. You've been fooled by Gail and the others. Have no idea what you're talking about. Well, you can have this as an apology. So, mithril ore. Next time, don't misunderstand things. Tell everyone I'm innocent. Celsia is saying he still seems a bit suspicious on some counts. Karen says, well, he is a boy. They may be interested in that sort of thing. Well, misunderstanding is cleared up. Let's keep going. And presumably that key will be in here. Because really, there's not much else left in the dungeon that we can get to. I suppose this could go back upstairs, but this is basically under what we were already in, so there's not really much space that could go back up. I think of it. Yeah, it looks like there's a third floor also, which is partially explored. Oh, right, that's where that corridor with the locked door at the end was. No. Did not mean to map navigate. Might as well go straight ahead. This is looking like a maze of twisty-turny passages all alike, or at least little rooms that are all alike. And here the twin tail is joining. Yeah, this is looking like just a bunch of little rooms all connected together. And presumably one of them will have something. Yep, here's the treasure. That should be that key. And yep, there's the flying dragon key. So that will get us upstairs in the middle area. But first I think I'll return to town for a bit. And right away in the mansion, we have a scene. Here's our starter monster girl, the Caracal, basically a cat girl, meowing around. And here's Twin Tail. Yes, she's complaining about how easy cats have it while here she is helping clean the mansion in Master's place. And take half these books at least. Caracal shows no sign of reacting and keeps rolling around on the floor. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything to begin with. And suddenly, At first she thinks maybe Caracol's decided to help, but apparently not. She's jumping for the hair. Yeah. Cat's gonna cat. T comes in and tosses a fish, which gets her attention. It's like, yeah, Caracal shouldn't be, she gets a bit rough sometimes and shouldn't do that. It's a kind of reluctant thank you. Yeah, definitely getting tsundere vibes off this one. And Tina's happy that they're getting along better. Or perhaps not. Anyway, to Alec's room. First we'll heal up. And then, I'm pretty sure that, again, we have things we need to do before they'll allow skill learning. So start with Devlin since she joined first. You've got the pointy ears, you've got the bat wings. She's asking what he wants. It's like, this is difficult to say, but... And, yeah. She seems amused by this. But... it's really not in her character to make things that easy on him. Anyway, she really loves tomatoes. Tomatoes? You mean those round red things that even royalty and nobles have trouble getting their hands on? Are you telling me to get some of those? Like, exactly, and I want not 1, but 10. Like, that's gonna be difficult even for Celsia. But it seems there are monsters in the dungeons that cultivate them. Yeah, I had to look that up. So keep fighting the dungeons and maybe you'll get them sooner or later. That's unreliable information, but I guess I've got no choice if I want skills. And Twin Tail, we've already seen, has kind of a tsundere personality, so that's not going to be easy either. She's already complaining. Look, this isn't a battle. If you've got no use for me, don't call me out. It's like, I do. It's difficult to say, though. Yeah, kind of expected that. He's like, look, I explained this. I have my reasons. She's saying, well, that's the worst part. It's like you're saying it could be anyone, not just me. So, yeah, definitely tsundere here. It's like, it's not like that. They need to at least be cute. It's like, flattery will get you nowhere. It's like, well, if you really want to, we have this pact thing going, so I don't really have a choice. But he's got those two tails, and they have a tendency to unconsciously stab. Yeah, really messy. So, we get these special tail caps they use for these sorts of things. There is such a thing? Most twin tails with experience with this sort of thing will have them. So if you get those, I'll consider it. It's like, okay, I'll look for them. I only said I'll think about it. So that's 2 new mini side quests. which basically amount to fighting the dungeon until you get what you need. It's kind of weird this is showing there being stuff back there, but I guess it's just because this is open there and not a wall. And the monsters here are occasionally dropping those things that let you teach skills to monsters. You save. Winged Dragon. So this is a boss already with no healing point, so I might not want to come here just yet. So let's back out and do some more fighting. Try and get the things they wanted. There's the tail cap from a local twin tail. Well, I got the tail cap, but I don't think I've seen any tomatoes, so maybe they're a lower chance, maybe you need to go somewhere more specific. I'm not sure. But I think I'll end this episode here for now, so this has been Arafellan playing Dungeon Breaker. Come back next time, and I think rather than going for the boss, I'll take a look in the monster-only area again, because I kind of want to finish the side quest before continuing with the main quest. Hope to see you then!